us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and MM-Aniacs. The nightly podcasts are Palace Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like all the shows.
What's going on, everybody?
Season, homie. It's not about today. It's about the future. You do the work now, and all of the shit that you could ever want to do for your family, your kids, your loved ones, it's all going to be on a whole nother stratosphere. It's time to stay focused.
The spirit of Detroit.
You too. What's going on? What's going on? I had to play that little clip because we got to run all the way through this. I got a lot of content in this video today, and I had to play that clip. I'm not trying to have no pauses. Okay, this is a big game for them. This is a big game for us. This is a big game, regardless of how you feel about the team. They're 6-3. I mean, I know they lost their last two out of three. I know they lost to the Jets. They're not a sorry team. We're going to get into all of that. I got film. I got everything, stats, everything. So it's going to be a good show. It's really prepared. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Britt DeWitt? I see Darcy. Love Darcy. What's going on, man? I see everybody, man. Everybody in the chat. So I just really want to take a moment to say like, comment, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, remember we was right last week. We're going to be right again. We're going to hit it. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Army Black Knights are 8-0. Oh, shit. Have a dual QB threat and still probably going to get screwed at the playoffs, even if they beat Notre Dame. Go Army. Hell yeah. That's something we got to take note of. We got to take note of that. Go Army. Go Army indeed. So let's get into it. Y'all don't need to see my pretty face. Let's get into it. We got a whole slide deck, everything for y'all for today. So, in the case of the Texans, I want to start out by saying there's a theme of the game. There is a theme of this game, okay? It's all about the trenches, okay? Can y'all hear me fine? Everybody can hear me? So look, it's all about the trenches this game, okay? It's about their trenches, our D-line versus their offensive line, which is the worst in the league. Their offensive line against our D-line. Their defensive line against our O-line, right? It's strength on strength in that measure, okay? We got to see who's at tackle because tackle is going to be a very high determinant. Decker didn't practice all week, so we got to have that theme. It would be, look, I do you a disservice if I don't get into this right now. I didn't want to make this the first slide. I didn't want to make it. But look, who's the tackle? We're going to have a problem if we got to walk out Kobe Sorsdahl, but I got a solution for either way. Stroud versus man defense is good. Jared Goff versus man defense is outstanding, but Stroud is going to play primarily man. We already know we know from film study, my film studies, that we play a lot of man defense. We play a lot of like man coverage. We know that. Okay. So this is also going to be a tale of whose game is it anyway. Okay. Whose game is it? All right. Is it Monrod Day? Is it Jameson Williams Day? Whoever day it is, we got to figure that out. And we're going to figure that based out on the matchups. Okay. So for my first lesson, the Texans offensive style. Okay. All right. I don't know if you're familiar with the Texans, but they had a miraculous start to last year. They started their rebuild very well. Okay. They started off very well. They started nice with their rebuild. Okay. They have weapons like Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Andy Dalton. They have weapons. They have guys there, right? But they had offensive line issues, all right? Last year, they had offensive line. They actually invested $75 million in 3 draft picks to their offensive line and still have problems, okay? They had a divisional win or a wild card win at home against Cleveland. So they are an up-and-coming team that proved to be dominant, usually through the air, okay? All right? They were great against the air, okay? So let's get familiar with the playmakers. So first and foremost, C.J. Stroud, okay? They have C.J. Stroud. We know he's the QB. They have Tank Dell. He's usually outside, but he plays the slot very well. They have Nico Collins, all of these players are good. Dalton Schultz is good. I forget his name. I forget that running back's name all the time. Anyway, this running back is good, okay? And when we talk about what they like to do, is very clear, okay? They like to go against the middle of the field. They like to be in the middle of the field. They like to play the middle of the field. Now, today I have for you some film on what they like to do and what they're trying to do against the Lions. It's not going to be successful, but what they're trying to do, Mixon, there, Joe Mixon. So we got Joe Mixon, we got Dalton, we got all these weapons, right? But this is what they like to do. Can everybody see that? Hold on. I think I got it on the loop. Everybody see that? All right, perfect. This is what they like to do. This is them in a nutshell. They like to go in the middle of the field. They like Jared Goff. They use this guy just like Jared Goff. This is C.J. Stroud. They like to get him the middle of the field. All right, this is what they do on tape. This is against the Indianapolis Colts. I got more games than this. I watched 4 games total. I watched the Jets game. I watched the Colts game. I watched the Little Minnesota. And I watched, you might see I think they played Indianapolis twice. So 3 games for sure. But they like long developing plays. They like play action and long developing plays. This is going to benefit us because their offensive line is not structured or built the same way. And we're going to get into that. They're not built for this, okay? So their offense of style is not built for what we are going to do or they like to do. So we already seeing pressure here. We already got it. They like the middle of the field. That's what they like. That's their bread and butter. And that's why Nico Collins is a big performer for them because they like the middle of the field. Are we understanding that? Okay. Like, I'm going to get in the offensive line. I'm going to get in all the problems. But that's what they like to do. They are very capable of running the football as well. They are capable of running the football, but they like the middle of the field. What do we see? A shot to the middle of the field. Hold on, let's slow it down for you. They have to go max protect. They're always going to get it in the hash marks. They're never going to go this way on normal plays. So let me change the color of that and make sure we good. So this is what they like to do. They like to stay in this area here and attack, okay? Whether it's a deep post, whether it's a stop. I'm going to get to the outside stuff a little later, but that's what they like to do in a nutshell. What's up? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? I'm in my bag, man. So what they like to do, that's what they like to do. So the weaknesses of this team, I'm going to get into I'm just propping it up right now. But the weakness is the O-line, okay? And I'm gonna look up more what they like to do. But the weakness is the O-line. Shaq Mason, Scruggs, Kenyon Green. Remember those names. That is the middle of their O-line, okay? Mason has given up 7.5 sacks. Scruggs has allowed 5 sacks, and Kenyon Green allowed 4 sacks in one game. Kenyon Green last week was benched, okay? He was benched, okay, in the second quarter for allowing a sack. All right, this is what we got to deal with today. So we have to get pressure. This is not an Avery Giovanni. You're freaking out. No. If we do not get pressure against a team that has 56 sacks with a quarterback who's under a pressure rate of 57% of the time when he drops back, 57%, we have a problem. That's a problem. So when I say these are the weaknesses, and when I say stuff like this, like, let's see what they do in the sack game. The sack game is very evident. It's very clear. All right. They like to improv. This is where they get those big plays from. And I'm going to tell you, they're really explosive because of this. And I've seen this on film. So let's look at it. Let's check it out. So for the most part, when they get big plays, they are usually running plays. Okay. Running to throw plays outside the pocket. Pocket breaks down. Boom. Their receivers are trained. Look at it. They have a hold play design in the middle of the field. I know what I'm talking about, and I was right last week. So this is a team that when plays break down for their offensive line, they know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take a shot. CJ Stroud is not going to try to run the ball. He was in a situation this week where a reporter asked him, should he run more? And he said, I'm holding the ball too long. So he might try to take off on the Detroit Lions. I'm just letting you know that now. He's aware that he holds the ball too long. I want you to think about CJ Stroud the same way you think about Goff. This is their Goff. Every YouTube person I followed, whether it was Texans 22, whether it was 713 podcast, whether it was whoever, let me put myself on it. Everybody I watched, connected with, talked about this man like he's the franchise. They talked about him like he was Jared Goff. So for them, he is Jared Goff. He threw 23 touchdowns last year. He had 4 or 5 interceptions. He is their Jared Goff. Okay. But he throws a lot of passes. He has a high velocity. Okay. So when we look at this, right, I'm going to show you what to look for with him. Okay. Because the sacks are crazy. When plays break down, he's looking to throw, and his receivers are trained, i.e. trained to get and improvise. Dalton Schultz is trained to improvise. Everything's trained to improvise. And right now, he does not trust that offensive line. I wouldn't trust him. If you want to go back to the stats, 5 sacks for one guy. Look at this. This is the Jets game. He going to swing out here. He's looking for a play to throw, and he looks for a play in the middle of the field, trying to throw across his body. Some of y'all might call this hero ball, but I think this team knows what to do when they improvise. They know what to do when plays break down. They had a bad offensive line last season. They have a bad offensive line this season. Matter of fact, let's go through this. This guy right now, I believe, is at 4 sacks in a game. That's what I could find on him. My man right here, 5 sacks. My man right here, 7.5 sacks. This middle of the line. This is why I got to press upon y'all. This middle of the line, these guys are not good. So if you can't get pressure, if Aleem can't get pressure against these guys, I don't know about that 97 million, bro. So this is the ultimate test. Okay, this was the ultimate test. And I'm not telling y'all, oh, if we don't get pressure, Look, this guy right here, Laramie Tunsil, he has 1 sack on the season. He has 1. This guy right here, he has 2. The best players give up 1 a season. Sewell gives up practically none. Okay. Decker last year gave up 9. Okay. In including the playoffs. This guy alone in 1 game gave up 4 sacks. If you don't get these guys, you have a problem. You have a serious problem. So we have to get them. We have to knock them out. Do the Texans play wide 9 defense? Absolutely. Matter of fact, we're going to get to the defense in a second. The Texans absolutely play wide 9 sets. I did my work on this, man. We're going to get to this in a second. Hold on. So let's get to the tape, and I'm going to get back to the defense. Let's finish up the offense. I'm going to get back to the defense. So these guys right here are in shambles all the time. In shambles. They had 5 sacks in this game. It's got national attention because they made the Jets look very good. The Jets scored 21 points. I think that's the highest. No, that's the second highest game for them. Hey, look, where are they attacking? Middle of the field. I even put a little edit in there for y'all. Put a little edit in there. Stroud throws the ball. They like to go middle of the field. They don't care. That's what they like to do. Lucky for us, we got Brian Branch and we got guys in there. Okay. So step up in the pocket, middle of the field. They like to spread you out and attack the middle. Everything attacks the middle. When plays break down, they wide receivers are literally organized enough in that chaos, in that situation to get open. One goes deep, and I see it all the time. It's like they know the spacing of the defense. It's weird. It's so crazy. It's like they're trained to, when plays break down, when you have an offensive line like this, when plays break down, absolutely, they can do it. All right. One thing I really like about Stroud, okay, is that he don't blame his offensive line. Look at this. It's 2 seconds. He's came out publicly and not attacked them. He said, we just got to get together. I'm holding the ball too long. He's an actual genuine guy with this stuff. Does this look like his fault at all? Remotely. Look who we attacking. I'm going to start and stop it. It's my boy. 7.5 sacks. It's my boy. That's my boy. Let's get back to the facts. Baby. Let's get back to the facts. Y'all ain't never seen no YouTuber like this. I get back to the facts. Hold on. Let's get blue again. I get back to the facts. So in case of Kenyon Green and this offensive line, they have been indicted. We are indicting them, okay? Because our defensive line has got to get pressure. You like Aleem McNeil? You like the contract? Okay, prove it. Anzarike, you want a new contract? Prove it. Za'Darius Smith might not play. Okay, he's right now. It looks like an injury protocol thing. Za'Darius Smith might not play. But when you have an interior like this bad, one guy Mason's giving up 7.5 sacks. That's the guy on the right. Green is giving up 4 sacks in a game. Scruggs has had another 5 sacks. It's bad. Due to the Kenyon Green injury. So check this out. This is how bad this is with the Kenyon Green. This dude right here on the bottom of the screen. This is how bad it is. This dude got, he got benched in the second quarter. All right. He got benched in the second quarter. And what happened in the third quarter? The guy who filled in for him, Jared Patterson, the guy got a concussion. Okay. Kenyon Green took over and still had more sacks. All right. They are starting to commit to the run because they know Kenyon Green is trash. When you look at his interviews, Kenyon Green has lost faith in himself and everything. He told the media the other day, I just want to get better. I'm just trying to get better. Trying to get better. He's satisfied. Okay. He's done. He's cooked. He I thought Owasika was bad. This dude is terrible. This dude is awful. He was a first-round pick that they traded back to get. That makes it worse. And that draft was 4 years ago. All right. That was the I want to say Kirby draft, the Aleem Hutchinson draft, maybe the JMO draft for sure. So when I look at that, I look at the potential issues that the Detroit Lions could have. All right. All right. I look at the potential issues. All right. When I go back to the middle of the field and all this stuff, I look at the potential issues. Right. I can't give y'all hopium content. That's why this channel never grows, because we don't have hope. We have to tell you the facts. Our secondary is going to be tested. In times of improvisation, we're going to be tested. That's a fact. Okay. That's when he breaks out of the pocket, he is not going to run. He is going to try to throw. His receivers are organized and smart enough, especially Nico Collins, who he has a special relationship with. I'm telling you, Tank Dell and Nico have some type of chemistry with him, the same type of chemistry that Goff and Amon do. Okay? When they have that, they break and they know exactly what's going on. They like to come in the middle of the field, but they will go outside to make big plays. Okay? Despite all this, they tight end is dangerous. All right? They tight end is very dangerous. Okay? If you don't know Dalton Schultz, he played for the Jets, the Cowboys. He finally found a place and a home with the Texans. He found such a good home with the Texans last year. He had 5 touchdowns, and 2 of them were from Carlton Davis. I don't know why Davis was covering him, but it is what it is. All right, back to the facts. We need to get after the QB, and we need to stay after him. We need interior pocket pressure. I actually heard Nico is playing. I just seen on Twitter that Nico is back. I seen the Texans YouTubers. I've been watching it. They say Nico is playing. Now, if you show me something, show me an article or something that he's not, I understand. But they still got Tank Dell. But from what I heard and seen yesterday, he's playing. AG, what's up? What's up, man? What's up? How you doing? What's his name? Steer Lord streaming? I'm curious to see how much push we get up the middle. I think Aleem will dominate the edges. Yeah. This is going to be big. DJ Reader, Broderick Martin, whoever, Mackay. This is what we need. Aleem, middle of the field, middle pressure. Now, I'm going to tell you something. They struggle with stunts. They really struggle with stunts. They struggle when there's a lot of commotion and the defensive line is coming in. They look sorry. Like, I have more film on this than anything. I have more film on this. If I go add stage, let's get back to the facts. We got film. We got film on this nonsense because they are by far a terrible unit in every sense of the word. Like, even on this play, just like I think you can't get sacks against them, bro. We have a problem. I believe this is improvisation. Oh, no. So if you can't get sacks against them, you have a huge problem. You have a huge problem. So let's get into it. Mixon is starting to have a good year, okay? We talked about getting after the quarterback. We talked about the savviness of their wide receivers to when plays break down, they know exactly what to do. We talked about it. But Mixon is starting to have a good season. Mixon is starting to have it. And when the Lions gave up 93 yards, I just had to do CJ Stroud. The Lions, I told you, that defensive line, I told you. And some of y'all thought it was cap. Whatever it was, I don't know what Gen X be saying, but whatever it was, y'all thought I was bullshit. And we had 93 yards in the first half. All right. The first half. Okay. So the offense needs to put points on the board early. Okay. And make the Texans one-dimensional. All right. That's what we did to the Packers. We got on the board early. We kept getting on the board early. They was running on us. They was running against us. They were in those tight formations. Remember when I called them out? Anyway, never mind. It doesn't matter. It does matter, but it doesn't. Anyway, I'm telling you, we have to get up on this team early so they one-dimensional so we can pin our ears back, know what happens with them, okay? So, secondly, all right, how do we stop the Texans offense? Okay. I think we touched on it, but I'm gonna finish it out. I'm gonna finish out the point. All right. The Texan offense revolves around Nico Collins and Tank Dell. Okay. CJ Stroud is the key. You take away CJ at the point of attack. Okay. I got some stats for you. All right. This is CJ in the Colts game. Okay. Even though the Colts lost the game, CJ was pressured 57% of his dropbacks when he faced pressure. They was in his face 57%. He was sacked 8 times against the Jets. Okay. He completed 11 of 31 passes. When you have a quarterback completing 11 of 31 passes because his offensive line interior is messed up, it's over with. No matter who you are, it wouldn't work for Jared Goff, wouldn't work for nobody. So we got to get to him. So Arnold and Branch and Davis must be aware of his ability to get open in the middle of the field. This is key. The middle of the field is where they like to go. I showed you 5 plays they like to go in the middle of the field. That's their bread and butter. Tank Dell can also. I heard. Oh yeah, this is interesting. Hold on. I like this. I heard the Texans called an offensive meeting before film study. Our defense got to tighten up and play fast. Absolutely. Because what they want to do is attack the middle of the field. That's their whole bread and butter. I seen 3 games. They tried to play smash mouth with the Jets a little bit. They tried to play smash mouth, but they couldn't. They went back to what they normally do is spread people out. They like this like spread 5 linemen shotgun formations. That's what they're going to be in majority of the time. And they'd like to attack the middle of the field. They like to space everybody out. Now, if I was them and I was thinking about beating the Lions, I would go hurry up that whole time. But I would hit the Lions on short and quick passes and go hurry up and make the line not a factor. But the fact is that on 57% of your dropbacks, you got pressure. Shaq Mason has 7.5 sacks. Kenyon Green gave up 4 sacks in a game. This is an Aiden Hutchinson game if he was playing. Okay? If he was playing. Gotta love Aiden. But if they called that meeting, like you say, they know exactly what they're talking about. We know what they're talking about. ESPN know what they're talking about. They mama know what they're talking about. So look, let's get back to the motion. Tell me if y'all like the stream. I see people going in, out, everywhere. You know, if the I'm right stuff is bothering you, it's just me. I'm sorry. You know, it's the only thing I got. Anyway, the Lions play the most man in the league and have struggled against slot players. Look for the Texans to dominate the slot. Now, some of y'all are going to look at this. What do you mean? We're 7-1. We're 6-1. That dominating slot. Godwin, Osborne, that one dude from the Vikings, Osborne. There's been 4 or 5 games where our slot play has not been good on the defensive side of the football. So we have to cover up that slot because they put Nico in that slot and they put Tank Dell in that slot. All their wide receivers are shuffled up. Now, again, they don't have Stephon Diggs. That would make it a really bad trifecta of receivers that could play the slot. But we have to tighten up on the slot. We've given up a strong amount of explosive plays to slot receivers I can give you 3 examples. Minnesota, the Buccaneers. Pretty soon, someone's going to realize we can't cover the slot. For whatever reason, Amik is good, but he's not great. And someone's going to find that out. I don't know what you're doing. I'm not talking bad. I'm saying a fact. Remember last year when I said we're not scoring in the third quarter? And I said that in Atlanta game. I said that week 4. I said that against the Packers. And people laughed at me. People told me I was crazy. We won the game. We're 4-1. We all this stuff. I'm like, we can't score in the third quarter. Don't you think that's a problem? Nobody cared. The problem with the Lions right now, defensive wise, right? Defensive wise, is they give up a lot of plays to the slot, a lot of big plays. All right. So this is how we stack up currently. The Lions will have to keep up their third down efficiency on this team. This is a fact. Okay. We have to keep up our third down efficiency. We're first in the league on third down. We get off the field and we stay fresh. Okay. That's the most important thing. We're 5th in the league in scoring defense with 18 points per game. Obviously, we know why that is, but this defense will score, and they will cause turnovers to score. So taking the ball away is key. Now, the Texans don't make mistakes that much. Their mistakes are like false starts, sacks. It's weird. Their mistakes are like their skill position players play at a high level. Their offensive line does not, with the exception of Laramie Tunsil. Okay. Right now, we're 29th in passing yards allowed per game. Okay. 7th in rushing yards per game and 4th in red zone efficiency. You see a statistic there that matters. In the red zone, we will stop them. Okay. On third down, we will stop them and we will take away the ball and score on offense. These are the pillars of what we talked about in the summer of what we wanted this defense to be. We wanted this defense to have incremental success. Okay. You stop the run. Now let's just stop the pass. We don't have to dominate the pass. Just stop the pass or get turnovers. I remember in that video, Lisa DeLorenzo said, I'd be happy if we let everybody pass and we got turnovers. And I said, I agree. Me and Lisa DeLorenzo agree. Next thing you know, we're 5th It's 5th in turnovers. So yeah, Nico was activated, bro. Nico's in the game. In this game, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph will be huge. It'd be huge for us to cover the middle of the field and the boundary. I say this because Nico Collins and Tank Dell in the middle of the field is like it's all over their film. We could just do it. I'm telling you, I watched the games. I'm telling you, I watched the games. Hold on, y'all need to see my pretty face. I watched the games. So, matter of fact, I think it's this one. Middle of the field. Yeah. Share this tab instead. Middle of the field. They coming. I need this to be red. Someone asked me why I use red so much because it can see. But yeah, they're coming. Middle of the field. He throws this on a dot. Middle of the field. It wasn't completed. It was contested. Because everybody in the film knows that they will throw to the middle of the field more than anybody. I think I got some stats for you. They got some EPA. They got some EPA stats on efficiency, middle of the field. And they like Tank Dell in the middle of the field. You notice how they keep spreading the ball? How they keep staying in shotgun? Middle of the field. I don't know if y'all seen that. Tell me if y'all seen that. Hold on. I got to make sure y'all can see. Hold on. I got to make sure y'all can see. Command plus. All right. I know y'all can see now. He looks this way. This is too easy, man. Middle of the field. Threw the ball. Middle of the field. Contested. That's their bread and butter. That's what they like to do. Oh, yeah. The Chicago game, which was not a game. It was boring as heck. They will throw to the middle of the field. It's not just deep passes. They will take what they're given. You running at them. Look at this. Somebody look at this. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm seeing. All right. Keep an eye on this guy. I love this guy. This guy is hope for me. He is hope. He's a joke. This guy is a giant joke. Watch him. Ah! It's a crash. Y'all see that? So if Aleem McNeil can't get pressure on that, if Aleem McNeil can't get man, hold on, man. Hold on, man. Let me show y'all what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a 300-pound man get pushed out of here. Okay? Slow it down. His feet are planted. He is engaged. He is initiating attack. He gets thrown out the way. Thrown out the way. Everybody rushing now. Where do they go? Middle of the field. Check down. That's what they like to do. All they like to do is middle of the field. When plays break down and they have to improvise, they go outside. And the receivers are trained to get open outside. So I've talked at length about the offense. So let's get into the defense of the Texans. And in this situation, we have to familiarize ourselves with the individuals there. They like to play man coverage because they have Derek Stingley Jr. They have a Brian Branch. His name is, pay attention to number 5. His name is Jalen Petrie. He came out in the Kirby draft. Remember, in that draft, I had videos. I still have them. Jalen Petrie and Kirby Joseph was my 1A and 1B. Jalen Petrie is their guy. Okay, he's their Brian Branch. Will Anderson might not play this week, and that's going to benefit us a lot. Okay, it's going to benefit us a lot. But Danielle Hunter will play. Number 4 is a guy named Lassiter. Okay, Kareem Lassiter. Lassiter, he's a rookie, but he's been playing lockdown. I actually respect this game. I respect it. It looks good. Lassiter ain't no joke. All right. There's some cut-ups of him doing some good stuff. In that Bears game, he had a pick. He held the quarterback rating to a 90-yard rating. He had 3 passes completed. He was targeted 7 times. He's actually a coming-up corner. I liken him to Arnold, but obviously Arnold was picked in the first round. Lassiter was picked in like the 3rd. But Lassiter is a man coverage specialist. He holds, he does all that stuff. He gets flags, but he does, for the most part, play very clean. He's a very clean corner. So I like what they have. Out of respect for everybody just joining us, I'm going to show it again. Stingley Jr. is their cover corner. That's their guy. That's their king. Stingley Jr. will follow a receiver if he has to. They don't do a lot of that, but, it is what it is. Danielle Hunter is a pressure player. Will Anderson, pressure player. Will Anderson might not play. Okay. And Lassiter, I talked at length about him. We don't have to get into that. We don't have to. But in case of the defense, their strong suit is their secondary. Okay. With a good front end, Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter. Jalen Petrie. Okay. Jalen Petrie is their Brian Branch, as I said before, and they love to get pressure with 4. Okay. Someone asked me in the comments, do they play a wide 9? Considerably, they play a wide 9. They play a more wide 9 than anybody in the league. They have wide edges only because their edges are so fast. So what the Lions need to do to win this game, in reality, is be in 12 and 13 personnel. I'm not fear-mongering here. Their edges are really good. Their man coverage on the back end is really good. They're like us, okay? I know y'all hate reality, but they're like us. Man coverage really good. Edges really, well, not anymore, but edges really good. So I'm excited to see what we do against them, but the best way to operate against them is using, obviously, the wide 9. Or 12 personnel and 12 personnel and 13 personnel. Now, what is 12 personnel and 13 personnel for my people who don't know? That's 2 tight ends, 1 running back. That's bully ball. That's big ball, whatever you want to call it. That's 3 tight ends, 1 running back. So when you see 12, it's 2 tight ends, 1 running back. You start with the running back first. When you see 13, it's 3 tight ends, 1 running back. So the game records, obviously we got into it before. Hunter is playing. I want to be very clear. Hunter is playing. Hunter is very much playing. My boy Lions Avenue said, "Good work. Good work on this game." Thank you. Middle of the field, not worried. Sounds like a branch territory. Yeah. I'm gonna get to y'all questions if y'all have them. I like the secondary dogs against their receivers. I see 1 or 2 picks, hopefully. Yes, this game is gonna come out to picks, and if TA gets one, that's gonna be big. This game's gonna come out in the turnovers. I like Sunday Night Football. I think it's gonna be a show. If the Lions come out how I think they will come out, they will try to bully them. They will try to be 12 personnel and try to force those edges to play inside a little more so Jared Goff can get space. They're going to run the ball at them because they are not good in the run defense. Let's get back to the money. This is the money right here. So here's some stats for you. Texans rank top 5 in defense, but do give up explosive plays. I want to preface that. They do give up explosive plays because they play so much man. They're blitz happy on 3rd and 4th down. I seen that not as a stat, but I seen that on film that they will blitz all the time. What notes do you have on DeMeco Ryans? Okay. DeMeco Ryans, he likes to play man. He likes rushing with 4. He likes playing zone. DeMeco Ryans intently believes the offensive coordinator has to cook. He stays hands off on the offense. He just talks to Stroud. So you might just see him talk to Stroud, see how everything's looking, but he tries to control the defense. They have a offensive line issue this year where they have this guy Strasser or Strasser, this offensive line coach. He's expected to get fired if he doesn't win this game. So if you see the Lions got a coach fired on Monday, he was already getting fired. They've had sacks since week 2. But he's a very much players coach. He's like Dan Campbell. I want you to think about him. I want you to think about them as a clone of us, but they're not tough. They can pass the ball. I don't want to sound disrespectful to the Texans fans that's here, but they can pass the ball. A Texans fan will tell you they like spreading it out. They have full trust in spreading it out. Running the ball is weird for them. So let's get back to the money. Texans rank 3rd in passing yards allowed. Obviously, to us, that doesn't matter because we can throw the ball for 85 yards and still win the game. We don't care about that. 15th in run defense allowed. I want y'all to pay attention to that. I can't mark it on the screen for you. It's at the bottom row if you see it. 15th in run defense allowed. This is what I love. This is what tells me the Lions are going to go 12 personnel, 13 personnel, and they're going to run the ball. This is going to be a big Montgomery game. They're going to be tough with this pass happy or pass strong defense. If you want to say pass strong defense, I guess. Clean graphics. Yeah. He ain't even see all of it. That's the crazy part. He ain't even see all of it. This defense, okay, can go against the pass. They're built for that. But at the same time, okay, now I'm just showing off. But at the same time, got it. Didn't watch the Jets game, but I do. What you gonna show? Yeah, they're built for the pass. It seems like they're built for the pass. Yeah, they're built for the pass. I don't know what I don't know what's going on. Anyway, they're built for the pass. So they're built for the pass. I don't know. It's a weird way to say it. Their defense is built to stop the pass. That's it. That's what I say. Their defense is built to stop the pass. It's not built to stop the run. 15th and okay. So that's what tells me we're going to run the ball down their throat. We're going to try to run the ball down their throat. Now, I did want to show y'all something, but it's on my phone. I'm going to take time to upload it. But they run with Joe Mixon. They have these specialty plays. This is what I noticed in film study. They have a lot of specialty plays. And I don't want to call them trick plays. I want to call them specialty. And they do it once a game, maybe twice a game. Okay. I want you to imagine something. I want you to imagine that there's 5 wide, a running back comes in motion, gets behind the quarterback, they run the ball. Or the wide receiver is a single back formation. The wide receiver is behind the quarterback and he goes in motion. And then they run some type of jet sweep going this way. I have the film on my phone. I didn't have time to upload it, but I can upload it if y'all want to see it. I have 4 plays. Like every game, they run this specialty type of run to the outside. It's a weird formation. They might even put Robert Woods on the line of scrimmage. It's weird as hell, but they get big chunk yardage in the run game because of these plays, these specialty plays. I just wanted to tell y'all that my film study be going far. Okay, it don't go to like. That's why y'all keep watching because I keep being right. Okay, so offensive line per game is second. TDs is 24. Third in pass TDs allowed. Third fewest. 12th in running defense. All right. How do we beat the Texas defense? I just said it. Jared Goff is second in success rate against man coverage. Okay. Second in success rate. I want you to know how much that is. Okay. The last MVP against man coverage. All right. Last MVP against man coverage was 5th in success rate against man coverage. The last MVP, Lamar, 5th. That's the top. That's the highest he went against man coverage. We have the second, and it's beating him by a landslide. Okay. So Jared Goff is second in success rate against man coverage. His EPA per dropback, Yahoo Sports, is second to Mahomes. All right. David Montgomery is 5th in missed tackle rate. This is important. This is why I say we need to go 12 personnel. We need to go heavy. We need to run the ball. This is what I expect the Lions to do. They're not going to pass today. So if you got your parlay set, for 12 touchdown passes from Jared Goff. This is not the game. This is a beat you up game. They're not tough in the trenches on the offensive side. They are very sexy, but not strong on the defensive side. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. David Montgomery is 5th in missed tackle rate. He's 5th, okay? While the Texans give up the most missed tackles in the league. The most missed tackles. So they top 5 in defense, but they have an issue tackling. This is why I don't rely on stats. I rely on film, okay? And on film, they seem so soft. It's weird. It's like, a guy is like 240, 6'4", but he getting manhandled, just like we seen from that guy. Just like we seen from Buddy Boy. So remember we seen Buddy Boy, right? We seen Buddy Boy get manhandled. That's why I like doing these shows. This guy got to be like 6'4". Pay attention to this guy right here. All right, I'm going to play it back. We're going to play it, and it's going to zoom in and do that. Oh, yeah, it got canted a little bit, but we're going to pay attention to this guy right here. This guy, okay? We know he like 6'4", 6'5", right? He got thrown. And that is their defensive and offensive line personified. That's what it is. Personified. That's what they are. Personified. It's their defensive line with Will Anderson. They got a guy with dreads in the middle. I forget his name. Autry. Defensive. Autry is good too. Defensive end. He sometimes pass rushes in the middle, but he mainly stays a defensive end. And they have Daniil Hunter. Very good. Then they play the wide 9, but they give up a lot of space on the run game. So we have to control the run. We have to run the ball. So put Montgomery down for a touchdown. Put Jahmyr Gibbs down for a touchdown. This is a run the ball game. The Lions have natural answers against their defense. I feel like I'm explaining I feel like I'm explaining taxes, right? I feel like I'm explaining taxes. Okay, like this is what an I-9 is. This is why you use it. This is what this show was supposed to be. This is what this show was supposed to be, baby. We doing it. They think they can play exactly how they played last year, despite the issues. Exactly. Big issues they're having this season. They haven't adjusted offensively to one, how the teams defend them, and two, the fact the offense has regressed. The war room has been beat down. This is true. This is true. Walt Stringer, everybody. Lions Avenue podcast. Detroit Lions Avenue. If you want a link, I can send you and we can talk about the game. That people will love that more because he is insightful and he knows more than me. I just make everything sexy looking. Okay. But shout out to Walter if you're still with us, man. Anyway, the Lions have natural answers against their defense. I want that to be known. Okay. Goff versus man coverage, best in the league. They play a lot of man coverage. Okay. Oh, yeah, Decker. I got something for him. I got a slide for him. I got a slide for Decker. Don't worry about it. I got a slide for Decker. We're going to get to Decker in a second. We got that. We got that, baby. The ability to stack and stay and play in 12 and 13 personnel, Jameson versus man coverage equals a big play. I want you to understand that. Jameson Williams versus Lassiter might be an issue. Okay, they're going to have Jalen Petrie in the slot or just being out there. They don't stay in base defense. They stay in nickel defense more than every other team. So they try to keep Jalen Petrie, who is their branch. That's their version of branch. They try to keep him on the field as much as possible. If they keep him on the field as much as possible, we can take a deep shot. Or we're just going to run the ball. So it's a pick your poison this game. I want you to understand this. Jalen Petrie is their Brian Branch. Lassiter is a great young man corner. He just got drafted. He's played 3 games, very good. He's had average games, but his best game was against Chicago. Lassiter will lock somebody down if he can, but he will not be able to stop Jameson Williams. I don't know. I'm just saying. He cannot stop him. You better start running 4-2, 4-0 if you want to stop Jameson Williams. So we can have a big play action bomb to JMO because we're running the ball so effectively. Sam Laporta versus linebackers is a first down. They have a linebacker named Tim Settle. Settle on that idea. Settle is good, but he's not great. He's okay. Tim Settle, for your comparison, is like Jack Campbell last year. Remember Jack Campbell would have some bad, like awful games, and you'd be like, what the hell? And then he would have a good game, and you'd be like, Jack Campbell. That's what Tim Settle is. So if Laporta's one-on-one with Tim Settle, it's over with. I'm letting you know that right now. It's finished. So look for the Goff to mimic the middle of the field with Laporta and Tim Settle. Because they're going to keep the ball away from Petrie, and they're going to keep the ball away from Stringer. So let's get to that question. I think, hold on. What do you think about Decker being out? Actually, this is the key. Decker being out. I had it in here. I don't think it's in here. Okay. I don't think I got it in here. Hold on. Oh, yeah, there it is. I got it. So this is what's going to happen. Stingley can run, but he ain't running with Jameson. Exactly. He ain't running with Jameson. Let's get to this question. This is my boy Brent DeWitt. No. Oh, yeah. Millside for the War Room. Yeah. Mistake. Who had a question about Decker? My man. Slowtown, Trev. All right, Decker being out is serious. All right, that's serious. Why is that serious? Look, this is what's going to happen. This is what needs to happen. Okay, they might not have Will Anderson. Okay, as of now, he has not practiced. He has a shoulder. Ironically enough, Will Anderson hurt his shoulder, and so did Taylor Decker. Ironically, Sewell needs to play left tackle this game. This is what needs to happen. I know y'all looking at me crazy. I know y'all, what do you mean? You don't believe in who? I don't believe in who? Manu Ginobili? I believe in Manu Ginobili. I don't believe in Manu Giovanni. Manu? No. No, God, no. Kobe Sorsdahl? No. Sewell needs to protect Jared Goff's backside. It's the best way for him to do it. We've seen him do it multiple times. We've seen him do it his first year against San Francisco in that 4-game stretch where he played left tackle and then flipped to right tackle because Decker was hurt. We've seen it last year when he plays left tackle. Him playing left tackle is a legitimate all-pro person, just like he is a legitimate right tackle. He's an all-pro. So we need Sewell to play left tackle, okay? I want that to be known. Kobe Sorsdahl and Dan Skipper could potentially split time. If not, Skipper, I would choose Skipper over Sorsdahl. Sorsdahl can play right tackle. However, I have not trusted him at the position. Do the Lions go Giovanni Manu? Hell no. Hell no. Okay? I'm going to say this. I'm going to stay on the little screen. I'm going to stay on, y'all don't need to see my pretty face. Kobe Sorsdahl cannot be in the game. He cannot be in the game. And when they figure out who he is, he cannot be in the game. I trust Dan Skipper. Just like Darcy said. I trust Dan Skipper. Okay? I'm good with Kobe. Kobe, for instance, his 2023 game, in the 200 snaps that Kobe Sorsdahl had, he was 41 on PFF. Say what you want about PFF, but we seen similar problems. Okay? Kobe Sorsdahl is always active, I believe. He's always active. If you're talking about Kobe or you're talking about whatever, you're talking about Decker, expect the Lions to go heavy in 12-13 personnel group and to chip and attack these volatile edge rushers, okay? This is what I mean when I say this, all right? Dan Skipper at right tackle is money. I will take that. If Dan Skipper gives up a sack, it's Dan Skipper. I don't want to see Manu. I don't want to see none of them, all right? Kobe Sorsdahl, I don't want to see none of that, all right? I want to see 12 and 13 personnel. I want to see 2 tight ends, 1 running back. I want to see 2 receivers out there. I want to see us play action pass, get to the middle, and stay true to what we're doing. I want to see us attack Lassiter because he's not running with J-Mo. Help out Amon-Ra, get him some touches because we know Stingley is going to catch. Stingley is going to get an interception. Okay, I'm just telling you that if we throw to his side, he's money interception. All right, I'm not fear mongering here. Okay, you cannot throw to Stingley Jr. Do not do that. Do not do that, bro. That's stupid. That's dumb. Throw to Lassiter, run the ball, manage the game. That's all we have to do. That's all we have to do. Because this guy in the middle, this guy is serious money, man. He's serious money. All right. And I don't want to mess with this guy in the middle. Jalen Petrie, I still don't want to mess with him either. All right. So I think we got everything. We might as well put in some picks and props for the game as well as an injury report. We might as well do that to make sure you know that I know what I'm talking about. So you know that I know that we know that we have trust. You see what I did there? Anyway, last time I checked, injury report reads, I screenshot it. Taylor Decker out. So this is what I read from the Lions. This is what I read from the Lions. Taylor Decker, out. Broderick Martin, out. Jalen Reeves-Maybin, out. Ifeatu Melifonwu, out. Emmanuel Mosley, we know. Malcolm Rodriguez, out. Zadarius Smith is questionable. I think Zadarius Smith coming into this game is big. I think it's big. I think if we can get him on the field, I know there were some injury issues with Zadarius Smith, but if we can get him on the field, that's going to be amazing. I'm telling you right now, the Lions are going to win this game. I'm just telling you how they're going to win it, all right? They're going to win it with 12 personnel. They're going to win it running the football, and they're going to win it being bully ball, smash mouth football Lions. If they want to try to be finesse with this team, you're not going to out-finesse them. You're not. No matter what you do, you're not going to do it. So you can act like the middle of the field don't matter. You can act like the film don't matter, and all this work and effort I put in don't matter. But this is what this team does. They specialize in passing the football. They specialize in 5 men at the line of scrimmage in shotgun. That's all they do. They do not power run this ball. They specialize in this. This is what they like to do all the time. Middle of the field, by the numbers, across the field. Down the field, middle of the field. I watched 3 games from them, and I had no differences in what they do. No differences. So 3 games from them, they like to be who they are. They like to pass the football. They like to actually control the tempo of the game. And I like it like that. All we got to do is hit you in the mouth. I like that. I know that you want to pass the football. I'm going to let you pass the football. I'm going to be up 21-3, and I'm going to let you pass, and I'm going to let you, make a wish, kid. I'm going to let you try to make a wish against the Detroit Lions. But I'm also cognizant that you're a sack machine. I'm also cognizant that you're gonna be a problem. I'm also cognizant that you want to improv. I'm also cognizant that when you break out of the pocket, he's going to go out and up. I'm cognizant of that. So we need to play contain, because when he throws the ball, he is throwing to run. He is throwing to pass. My bad. He is throwing to pass. And that's where their big plays come from. When you watch film enough, everything starts showing itself. When you watch film enough, oh snap! What? I got a notification on my phone. Wow, thank you for the hard work. Hey, that's my first super chat ever. Oh my God, that's my first one ever. Oh snap! Oh, that's my first one. Thank you, man. Oh snap, man, that's my first one ever, bro. Thank you. Oh man, like, comment, subscribe to Spirit of Detroit podcast, man. We do it, man. Now we getting super chats. Oh my God, we got a super chat. Oh my God, we big, bro. We micro Mike 2.0, man. Oh snap, thank you. I'm really excited. I've never gotten this before. I've never gotten this. I appreciate it, man. I put these graphics in. I do all this stuff, man. I'm a one-man operating machine, bro. One-man operator. So if y'all want to see more content like this, definitely check out my channel, man. Free of charge. Now you're awesome for the $10. Thank you, bro. But again, keys to victory, man. I'm gonna just what I told y'all I would give y'all. I told y'all I would give y'all an injury report, and I told y'all I would give y'all something else. Someone else from any questions? Any questions for me? Any questions for me? Oh man, he subbed and liked too. He subbed and liked. Yeah, thank you. CJ likes to roll right. Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm glad you noticed that, because I thought I said that in the beginning. CJ loves to roll right. That's what he likes to do. And yeah, he likes to roll right. That's his thing. Any questions about the Texans? If it's not about betting, because I want to be responsible for your money. What's he doing? Oh, snap. That's my screen. I'm like, what's he doing? Anyway, my screen was doing something. I'm like, what's it doing? It's trying to play a video. Anyway, I'm gonna remove it. But anyway, yeah, the Texans are my bad. My bad. The Texans are a great team. I subbed and like. Oh, thank you for the super chat, man. That's awesome, man. Freaking awesome. That threw me off. It threw me off. Texans are a good team, but we can hit them in the mouth. We can beat them up. Oh yeah, I know what to play. There we go. It's really simple. It is simple. It's simple, bro. It's over with. The Texans are over with. We're gonna come out the bus. We're gonna run the ball. Can I get a $10 loan? No. 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 How you gonna take $10 I just got? That's some stuff my wife would do. I just got some money. Man. Any question? Nobody has no questions about the Texans. I must have covered everything. So since I covered everything, if you just getting here, watch the playback. We had a lot of film. We had a lot of stuff. We talked about everything. Oh yes, this is I got you, Darcy. Yeah. We talked about everything. We talked about the personnel, what they like to do. We talked about the groupings, the film. Oh yeah. So predictions, right? We win this game. I don't know, 34-28. I just see us winning this game. I see them trying to come back because they can do that. They can really come back. They had like fourth quarter comebacks last year. We can win this game. We will win this game. I don't see it going left. It will only go left if Ben Johnson tries to get cute. If Ben Johnson tries to, I want to pass too. No. Run the ball on them. Beat them like a drum. Okay? Beat them like a drum. You can do that passing stuff against a team like the Giants or a team like Indianapolis. Do that stuff against them. Our next 5 games are easy. Our next 5 games, the schedule looks like a joke. Our next 5 games, we can literally be 13-1. Does that equal 5? 13, 7 plus 1. I don't know. 13-1. We can win. We can win. So I just want y'all to know that, hard work and dedication definitely. Oh, snap. He did it again. Oh, yeah. He said, you do a good job, but you're crazy. How many sacks does Aleem McNeil have in one day? Very good question. If Aleem McNeil is what we think he is, first of all, thank you for the super chat again. I think that's the second one. Yeah, that's the second one from the guy. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I do a good job. I'm crazy. I am crazy. But how many sacks does pressure Aleem McNeil? Please just get 1.5. Because please get 1.5. Because when I look at this team, bro, if you don't get 1.5, you don't get 1.5. Look at this. If you don't get 1.5 against Shaq Mason, who's given up 7 sacks, if you don't get 1.5 for Scruggs, who's given up 5 sacks, and Kenyon Green, who's given up 1 sack in a game, if you don't get 10.5, bro, if you don't get 1.5, I'm gonna have a problem. I'm gonna have a problem with Reader too. That's for me. You don't run my channel, bro. Oh, that's for me. For you, Darcy. Why would you pay me? Darcy don't run my channel. Darcy don't. Darcy's a collaborator. He's not a part of this channel. Y'all got to send him a PayPal directly. Matter of fact, I'll send it to him. How about that? But not today when I get paid. Remind Wednesday. No, I'm not. I'm not. You owe. Matter of fact, that'll come out of the money you owe me. Got him. I bet Reader gets a sack. Yeah. Okay. Matter of fact, how do I bet? How do I bet on that? Because that seems like a good bet. We should do that. 2 sacks. One for Reader and 1 for McNeil. They should get some sacks. And we could put some money on there. $40. That should go to 400. We should 10x $40. We got it. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. But again, the last thing I want to say is, and I don't want to, over talk it. Obviously, I've been talking a lot. The Texans game plan is simple, bro. It's real simple. We got to run the ball, control the clock, play bully ball. They're a finesse team. They're built to stop the pass, so we won't let them stop the pass. We'll just run it down their throat, and then we'll throw over top of them with Jameson Williams. It's a big game for Jameson Williams. I think they're going to get him in the rhythm early. I think they're going to avoid Amon-Ra right now. Amon-Ra has 2 back-to-back games of 100-plus yards. I think they're going to avoid Amon-Ra and try to get J-Mo in the fold early. Look for J-Mo to try to get in the middle of the field, try to get one-on-one with Petrie or one-on-one with Lassiter. They're not going to try to test Stingley. But yeah. So again, I got to show these graphics because I made them all night, bro. I just want Goff to be protected. Yeah, he will be. If we play Dan Skipper. Now, if we trot out Sarsdal, no. If they have trusted Sarsdal at left tackle, no. It's over. They have trust in Penei Sewell at left tackle, and they move Skipper in, we're good to go. So I've been long-winded. Obviously, this is the offense of the team that we're facing. These guys are good. These guys are, phenomenal. They like to spread the ball around. They like to really run the ball. Pass the ball everywhere. They like short. They like in the middle of the field. They like it all. They like to pass. They will be in shotgun primarily the whole entire game. They do run specialty concepts. To run the ball. It's weird concepts. They might put somebody in motion. They might put a receiver in the backfield and then motion him out and do an end around. It's crazy stuff that they do, but they do it regardless. The defense is very opportunistic. They stop the pass. They can really control. They would control wide receivers, hold wide receivers down. And when I look at this defense, Stingley Jr. in the middle here, number 24, and Danielle Hunter is their most threatening people outside of Will Anderson. Since Will Anderson's not playing, I'm very thoroughly concerned about what we're going to do against this defense. So this is probably the scariest defense we played, yada, yada. But that's the Texans game plan. That is it. So I'm gonna send it on me, and I'm gonna say my final thoughts, and I'm gonna get out of here. That's what I'm gonna do. So like, comment, subscribe to Spirit of Detroit podcast. We've overtalked the lesson a little bit, but I couldn't preface it enough. And obviously I make dope graphics, so I want to show those off as much as possible. Thank you guys for the super chat. Obviously, Slowtown Trev, thank you again for the super chat. Everybody, follow, obviously, like, comment, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, or just follow the channel on Facebook. We're always doing stuff like this on Saturdays, and we always posting on Saturday to do the best keys to victory we can do, and actually show y'all on film and with stats what the Lions can do to this team, and what to expect from the Lions, and how to expect what they're going to play. So we do a good job of that. And like, comment, subscribe. Love y'all.
Line season, homie. It's not about today. It's about the future. You do the work now, and all of the shit that you could ever want to do for your family, your kids, your loved ones, it's all going to be on a whole nother stratosphere. It's time to stay focused.
spirit of Detroit